Alright guys, we are back. Now, this is episode 2, technically, of our new franchise mode here in Honolulu. Now, this is, you guys can see I'm 2 games in. I did a lot of time trying to perfect our scouting because I don't expect us to be that good of a team this year. I want to make sure we get everything scouted. I want to make sure everything is good to go. Now, I know we left off at like the the captains and stuff, so that is all stuff we're gonna get out of the way here now. Let's see, so where captains and jerseys, here we go. So we got to assign our captaincies. So unassign, unassign, and unassign. So I am thinking, let's see, let's do the story. Shane Hull on a brand new franchise, the best pick they're gonna have probably, unless we tank this year completely. Shane Hull gonna be captain. Let's give it to him. Let's let him ride out captain, youngest assigned captain probably forever in Honolulu's history. We're trying out Shane Hull as captain. Now after that, I'm thinking we need a guy who we know is gonna step up for the team. So I'm thinking probably White Cloud as one of the alternates. And then after that, I am thinking probably David Krejci as an alternate. I think that's where we're going to go. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I'm okay with that. So I will give you guys one more look at what we've got for lines. This is what I think we're going to run with. We got Tyler Toffoli up here with Krejci and Hull. Now, my question is, Hull already has pretty decent face-offs. Krejci's there with 80. I think we're going to let Hull take the face-offs. I want him up with Toffoli and Krejci so that he can really score some goals this year. We got Jarvis, Iafallo, and Bunting, Mangiapane, Sorelli, and Trevor Moore, Kapanen, Formenton, and Sheary. We've got Gerard, Miller, Addison, Severson, Carrier, and White Cloud. I think I'm good with the way that those are already set up. Now, unfortunately, our coaching staff, we can't really do much about the chemistries. We kind of just got to go with what we got. But those are our lines. Now, as far as like trading assets, I mean, so we're certainly not going to be a team that trades away. Like, we're not going to trade away our picks to try and build a team this year. I don't think we have enough pieces to do that. Now Shane Hull is our main trading asset. We're not moving him. He's our franchise player. He's going to be here for the rest of his career. Unless he doesn't want to re-sign with us, obviously. But Tyler Toffoli would be our other guy. Now he's got 2 years at 4.2. I think that's a good salary. I think he could be a piece depending on how well we draft next year and how good our free agency is, because we've got all the money in the world to spend. I mean, we've got, what is it, like 25 mil in cap, 28 mil in cap space. Like, I don't see a reason that we would have to get rid of him. We don't need to free up cap space. I mean, our highest paid player is only 5.8 mil at Mangiapane. So I mean, if we needed to clear up cap space, I would just move him for like a second round pick. I mean, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. We should be able to sign people. We should be able to sign people in free agency with no problem. We got 28 mil, so I'm expecting year 1 to be a little shaky. I mean, I don't know what to expect. We have Shane Hull, who could pop off. We have Tyler Toffoli, who's a proven goal scorer. We've got a veteran leadership in Krejci. We've got Samuel Girard. We have Spencer Knight. Like, I don't know how it's really going to go, but we're going to go ahead and sim to the regular season. Now, what I'll do is I'll give you guys like a sneak peek right at the beginning. So it says must be salary cap compliant, which technically we're under the minimum. So I do want to go see. We were under the minimum. Did it raise? Yeah, it raised. So we now have 20.5 mil in cap space. So I mean, did that make people more expensive? Is that what that did? It did. So Mangiapane went up by, wow, okay, so it made his contract worse, so it's gonna be harder to trade him. It did that with a lot of people. What the hell? Okay, I mean, there you go. But theoretically, we still aren't really paying people what they deserve, that's for sure. Like, Toffoli is still cheaper than he probably should be, but we still have 20 mil of cap space, so I'm not too worried about that. So do the Ducks, actually, which is interesting because they have some pretty good players. And they got Zegras and Terry both on really low contracts. But okay, I mean, Yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and get into some simulation, try to get like a month or two in, see how things are going. Maybe we move some people at the trade deadline, get some really high picks, turn into that really young, explosive team. Oh, I was gonna show you guys a sneak peek at the draft class. Obviously, so I went and assigned all of our scouts before we started the video. I hired different scouts. I'm doing a different thing, so let me know when we actually get to the draft class what you guys think. I'm doing multiple in multiple regions, so we'll see how it goes. I will have to come back and reassign them. It looks like right around like January 5th, so I'm not doing potential and comparison all year either, so don't roast me for that. View draft class. So what are we looking at here? There's already Kiwi Haru is already a guaranteed medium elite. All right. Other than that, we know the player type of Sam Dickinson is a two-way defenseman. But Oleg Zaitsev, Johan Tarnkvist, Kalle Ackerland, those are all created prospects, so we have no idea how good they are yet. They are all currently being scouted, so we'll have to see. He has 5 assists in 6 games as an A+, with an A+ difficulty. Same with that guy, and then they're all in A+ difficulty. Okay. So that's what we've got so far. We also have Kyler Vandermeer here down at number, what looks like projected 8, and then Zane Parek down at number 10. I'm assuming we're going to have a top 10 pick. I don't know if we turn out to be a great team, then we turn out to be a great team, and that's awesome. But we're an expansion team. The Golden Knights were a bit of an exception. I don't think we're going to be like that. Now, I'm not sure who... Actually, I'm really not sure who they gave us as our AHL team. So I'll have to go ahead and look at in the system. Now, oh, okay. So we actually don't have anybody in the system. So what happens with our AHL team? Let me take a look here. So edit lines. Now, I do want to consider... Should Philip Zadina come and play up here? He's 23 years old with top 6, low. He has the potential to grow. Should Tyson Jost come up? I mean, wait, who are our scratch players up here? Dadanov and Pierre Engvall, so we don't actually have any defensemen. So Ty Smith or Caleb Jones, Rathbone. I think Caleb, wow, that's funny. Oh, 44 overall and 47. That's interesting. Okay. Not sure what to think about that. Maybe Ty Smith. They both have top 6 as their role. He was a 4th round pick. What was he? First round, maybe Ty Smith would be the guy we go for depth. All right, let's go ahead and go to roster moves really quick. We want to pull up Ty Smith. Let's go ahead and grab him up. He's 2-way. That's fine. Let's see. Let's just best lines down here in the NHL, or down here in the AHL. And what is that gonna do? So we have this guy is our step in, 53 overall. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to draft some guys for the AHL. The AHL is really gonna struggle this year. 51 overall, 50, 52, 55, 61, 52. It's really going to struggle. The top 2 might actually be able to do some work, though. Zadina, Jost, and Bugstad. They might be able to do some real work. We have a lot of depth, but, I mean, it's because we're forced to make picks, right? So, all right. Well, head back to the NHL. I mean, I don't think we have an awful team. I think we could be a middle-of-the-pack team, but I could also see us just completely being awful with no, like, truly stud power players. But let's go ahead and get into a month or two of simulation. So, I mean, this year, I don't expect it to be like I don't expect it to be we need to really hardcore make sure we got our lines. Blackwood's been injured with an MCL sprain. Just best roster, that's fine. All right, 6-1 loss, 3-2 overtime. I mean, we're a winning team right now. I don't expect it to stay. I really don't. But it's kind of crazy that we're second in the division. We're second in the division after this many games. We're actually not doing bad. All right, let's go one more month. Get up to the end of November here. I expect us to be a losing team. I don't expect us to be... Oh, my. Now, here's what would suck the most. Is if we were a middle-of-the-pack team, we don't get a good draft pick, and we only have old guys. Fractured jaw... I'll edit it. Ugh, excuse me. I will edit that manually because I want our we'll go carrier, that's fine. There we go. I don't want Shane Hull to get pulled down to a different line. Wow, this first line is not doing anything. Well, how are we a winning team? Nobody has points. 17 on Seth Jarvis. That's how we're a winning team. Seth Jarvis, Sorelli, and Mangiapane. Even our fourth line, Connor Sheary, has how many points? 14? Yeah, I expect that to slow down a lot. Gerard is a -16. Severson is a -14. I really expect that to slow down. It's like our second line that's doing the best everywhere. That's funny. Okay, what is Spencer Knight doing? Let's see. He's playing pretty good. He's playing pretty damn good. All right, let's keep this simulation going. We'll best lines and cancel. I want Hull to be on that top line. If he's on the top line, I'll just leave it best lines for this year. I'm not really too concerned about it. I doubt he'll be on the top line, though. Okay, he is on the top line. So I follow instead of Krejci? Maybe. I mean, I don't hate that. -13. Shane Hull still only has 10 points. 10 points in 22 games. Man, I wish that could be a little better. All right. I mean, we'll see what happens. We're 12-9-1. We're still second. We're tied with the Oilers, man. What is happening? I don't... Mangiapane has 17 points in 22 games. All right. I mean, screw it. If they want to make us a winning team, they can make us a winning team, I guess. Whatever. Let's go ahead and get up to the end of the month here. We got 4 more games. Another win. All right. Edmonton. Oh my God, we beat Edmonton. All right. And wow, we're first place in our division. All right. That's, I mean, notably the worst division. We have 4 teams with 7 wins. That is unreal. Notably the worst division, but I mean 31 points, like that's right near the top of the Central. 31 points is a playoff spot in the Atlantic, and it's a wild card spot in the East. So if we were in the Metro, we'd be a wild card spot. I mean, we're a playoff team in every division. I don't know, man. We'll go one more month here. This is going to be a quicker first season. We don't need to do as much this season. Another win, another win. Wow. Okay. A loss, a win. 10-1 loss. That's more like it. That's what I expect. 5-2 loss. Okay, I mean, we're dropping off a little bit here, but our division sucks. So you never know. We could just miraculously make the playoffs because of our division. I mean, how many teams do we have dreadfully under 500? 4? Oy. All right. I mean, yeah, we're at 43 points. We're sitting 5 above a wild card spot. We're up here at the beginning of January. Wow. I mean, I follow with 30 points. All right. So we're going to take a full look at it rather than the way I was doing it before. We're 21-16-1. We've got a lot of minuses on the team, and somehow we're a positive winning team. He's up to 21 points in 38 games. He's not doing too bad. He's only a -3 as well. I expected that to be a lot worse. White Cloud is a +11. Okay. So our goal leader is indeed Mangiapane with 13. We're not going to have many high goal scorers. We're not going to have a 40 goal scorer, that's for sure. I follows our assist leader with 20. Is it our goalies? I mean, we have 3 goalies all over a 900 save percentage. I mean, Spencer Knight, like, he's not getting his goal support, but like Montembeault is winning games. He's got 2 shutouts. So they're really rotating these two because Spencer Knight isn't like a bona fide starter, right? So we're 42 games through the season, pretty much halfway. So Montembeault is going to get 32 starts, almost half the season. They're pretty much rotating exclusively just because Knight isn't like that high, right? But I mean, I guess I did a good job drafting, right? I mean, I feel like we're a good defensive team, right? Like we're probably not letting in many goals because we got a lot of like, I feel like we have a decent amount of, let's see, hang on, goals against per game. Yeah, I mean, there we are. We're right there. That's why. Our goals for is atrocious. We're halfway through. I mean, 112, under 3. And Calgary is atrocious. But we're under 3 as a playoff team. I don't know, man. What about our power play? Is our power play really... It's over 20%. Our PK sucks, actually. Our PK seems like it's the worst. Yeah, our PK is the worst. Okay. We're great. We're great away from home, I guess. That's what's doing it, because of home ice. I mean, in Honolulu, we're not doing too great. But All right. I mean, as of right now, we're sitting in a playoff spot. I mean, that's all I know. I know the facts. We're sitting in a playoff spot. It doesn't look like we should be. We look like a losing team, but we're not. So I guess props to me. Let's go ahead and get up to this Boston game. I will go ahead and just skip the scouting. I'll come back with we'll go best roster since we know Hull is automatically going to be a first line center for us. Now we're up here. Let's just get to the sixth. Oh, all right. He's injured again with an MCL sprain. Okay, good job, Blackwood. So now we're actually only 2 points ahead of the Golden Knights. So I'm expecting us to drop out of a playoff spot. I really am. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the scouting, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. So we've got all of our scouts set out. We are good to go on that. So I will show you guys the draft class. Now, this is the interesting advancement here is we have a franchise medium playmaker that could go along with Shane Hull as our sniper. Now, do we tank for this guy? Do we trade Tyler Toffoli? Like at the draft, do we go all in for this guy? I think we do. I think as an expansion team, we got to get these people in Hawaii excited. And how do we do that? Other than Shane Hull, the US born guy. I mean, if there was a US born guy up here, I would take him. But the first US born guy is way down. Is Tuzolino. And he's not going to be our stud. So how else do we get them excited about drafting literally for the next... I mean, Shane Hall's 18 right now. This guy's 17. We're going to have them both for the next 18 years of their career. A franchise medium playmaker and a medium elite sniper. I mean, what better way? Like, what better way to get the people of Hawaii excited than to say, we've got you the youngest pair, the new McDavid Draisaitl, the new Gretzky Curry. Like, how do we get them excited if we don't do this? Like, I personally feel like I have to. I'm going to no matter what. I'm trying to get Zaitsev. For sure trying to get Zaitsev. So we don't need to tank. I don't think this team is going to be a winning team. I think we're going to be in a lottery contention pick. But we're also going to, if we don't win it, we're going to get rid of like Tyler Toffoli or somebody to be able to get him. Because we're going to sign people in free agency. I'm not worried about it. We need those two guys. Because those two guys are going to be unstoppable together for the future. So let's go ahead and get this month simulated. We got our scouts already put out again. We can best lines because we know that Shane Hull is a top line player for us no matter what. Best lines again. All right, we are 2 points above the wild card team right there. We're in a wild card spot now, but we didn't win 2 games in a row. Jake Livingstone, no, we don't need to claim anybody off of waivers. I mean, dude, we're at the top of our division, man. At 29 and 23, we're at the top of our division. Are you serious? Why are teams so bad in this division, man? We chose the worst division. I wanted a #1 overall pick. All right, let's go up to the trade deadline. The last thing we're going to do in this video is the trade deadline. Do we drop players to try and bank on winning the draft lottery with a different teams? Like, I mean, who has the best percentage, right? The best odds right now are probably the Predators. That's our best odds on winning the draft lottery, is trying to get the Predators' first round pick. So, I mean, if that's our best, dude, we are just winning, man. Dude. How many wins is that in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at a 9-game winning streak. We were what? 27 and 23 and 1? We're on a 9-game winning streak right now. We're at 73 points. I mean, yeah, we're contending with other top teams. What is happening? All right, let's get up here. A 10-game win streak. Okay. Jesus. 11. Oh man, I really wanted that. All right, so are the Predators still the bottom? No, they actually really. Oh wait, yes. 44 points. Yeah, the Predators are still the bottom by 6 points. So by 3 wins, they're still the bottom. Okay, I mean, let's go ahead and see how this game plays out. I'm just gonna sim all the periods. I'm not gonna watch any of them. But here we go. Period number 1. Don't tell me we're gonna go on this long of a winning streak. Oh my god. Here are your 3 stars. I mean, here's the thing. Us winning should give Spencer Knight a massive upgrade over the offseason, and Shane Hull should be performing. Should be. I don't know for sure. We're gonna have to go look. So we're at the trade deadline. Krejci is leading the. How are we a first place team and we don't even have a point per game player? How is that even possible? How many points does Shane Hull have? That's all I care about. Shane Hull has 30 points. He has 18 goals. All right. I mean, I'll take the 18 goals. That's pretty good for a rookie so far. I mean, he's going to be a 20 goal scorer, which is going to be nice. Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand how we're positives. Is it because of our defense? Or we're just not letting in any goals? I mean, Samuel Girard is literally a minus 26 on our top line. Literally a minus 26. Who's taking shots right now? Seth Jarvis is the most. Shane Hull is at least ripping a lot of shots. He's over 2 per game. Seth Jarvis is over 3. Best shooting percentage on our team is Mangiapane at 14. He's our highest goal scorer. That makes sense. Who's our workhorse? Our workhorse is Girard at 25 minutes. That's why he's such a minus, is because he's on for every goal against pretty much. Okay. Who's our highest draft position? Shane Hull. And then Seth Jarvis at 13. So Shane Hull, got him at 3rd overall. Here we go. Is he a penalty taker? He's only got 10 minutes. Not bad. Sorelli is at 45 minutes. That's why he's a plus. Probably. It's because he's in the box when we get scored on the penalty kill. Okay. How are Spencer Knight and Blackwood doing? Spencer Knight's playing great. I mean, both of our. Mackenzie Blackwood. We know Blackwood from the Red Wings GM mode. So we know that Blackwood is going to be decent. Yeah, there's Shane Hull. He's got 30 points. I mean, probably will get 40 by the end of the year, but... Well, I don't know. I mean, who else are rookies? Bedard? Yeah, he's not going to win anything because Bedard is a rookie right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the rookies are doing here at the 63 game mark. Bedard has 50 points. He went to Columbus. Evangelista has 39. Hull 30. Jackson Lacombe. Wow, he's actually playing pretty good for what he is. But yeah, it's going to be Bedard. We know that. Franchise medium. He's already an 88 overall. Like, it's going to happen. Okay. I really want Zaitsev. That's what I want. So we're going into the trade deadline looking to move people like with the high, so Toffoli, Krejci, the guys with the high salary, because we also want to be able to sign people in free agency, as many people as we can. We want to overhaul this team in free agency. So let's go ahead and get to the trade deadline. Let's do the trade deadline for the last thing in this video. Here we go. All right, so we are 100% sellers. Enter that deadline, and here we go. So we're not looking for any of these guys. We are looking to offload some of these guys. So let's see. Now, Nashville would technically also be a seller, but they have more pieces than we do. Let's go see what Nashville has, because they have Philip Forsberg. They have a couple other really good players on their team, don't they? They're a conservative buyer. They might actually be willing. Yeah, they got Roman Josi. They got Philip Forsberg. They've got Matt Duchene, McDonough. I mean, they've got some star pieces up here, right? So, oh, incoming trade. Shiri and Krejci for a 2nd and a 4th. No, we don't want to do that. So, we're looking to see. I mean, conservative means they're probably not getting rid of this draft pick. They're not. But, let's see if we can sway them. Let's give them skaters matching block. Who do they want? So they don't want the guys that I was expecting, but they do want... I don't want to give up Sorelli. I don't want to give up Girard. Severson I could probably get rid of. Probably go with Severson. And then Nashville would have more than 45 skaters. Who do you guys want to get rid of? I'll take a bad contract. You guys don't want to get... I'll take Alex Galchenyuk off your hands. And then what about So we're not getting rid of Kalen Addison. We're not getting rid of Gerard. We're not getting rid of Keandre Miller. They don't want any goalies. I'm scared about giving them our first round pick because if we tank and they start to do good, then they still get the good pick. I might just have to make the trade at the... I might just have to make it at the actual draft. I don't think they're going to be willing to give that up here. I mean, like, theoretically, I could go Tyler Toffoli and... I could go Toffoli and who was it? I put Severson in here. Defenseman. I could go Toffoli and Severson for you and you. But even then, I think that first round pick is still too high of value. I mean, I could try it like this. See? No, I mean, we'd have to give up so much more value. I need depth picks too. I wouldn't be willing to give up like a second or a third because I need to try to get like those top 6, top 9s for depth of the future. I really want that first overall pick, man. And the Predators are the best way for us to get it. I'll just make the trade at the draft. I'm just gonna make the trade at the draft. I don't want to trade for a lottery pick. That scares me. I mean, if I could trade for multiples, I probably would, but definitely not just for one. So nope, we're not actually gonna do any trades at the deadline. I still have a shit ton of cap space. All right, so let's go ahead and actually, so I said that was gonna be it. Let's just get up to the end of the season in this video. I know it's gonna be a bit longer, but sorry about that. I just want to get up. We can best lines, that's fine. Montembeault, best lines, that's fine. Shane Hull is still our number 1. Wow. This is unreal. Severson's injured. Okay, probably should have just moved on from him anyways. All right. We're still at the top of our division there. Best line, Severson is back. Yeah, I mean, we're going to stay top of the division if we keep winning. Wow. No way we're a 100-point team, man. We're a 100-point team. Oh my god, we're a 50-win team. 103 points? You shitting me? Oh my god. All right. I mean, fuck. 51, 30, and 1. We didn't lose any in overtime, which sucked. We could have been a way better team if we would have lost like 5 or 6 more games in overtime. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do a season wrap-up, I guess. We'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll get this done. Now, where would the Preds have fallen? I probably would have given them a couple extra wins, but, I mean, 60... So they wouldn't have been dead last. No, they definitely probably wouldn't have been dead last if we gave them some players. So, I think holding off on that was probably the best, because there were 1, 2, 3 teams with 65 points. It could have been any of them. Bedard didn't really seem to help the Blue Jackets. They still finished last. But here we go. Let's do a season wrap-up. We'll go to our points first. Let's see how Shane Hull ended. Shane Hull ended, 37 points. He was a 21 goal scorer. Wow, we had a decent amount of 20 goal scorers, though. We had, what, 6? Yeah, 6 ain't bad. 75 points on Krejci. That's a good year for him. Tyler Toffoli had 65 with 27 goals. Not a bad year. Jarvis with 58, 22 goals. Not bad. I follow 57. There you go. Here's our defensive points. Gerard with 35. So Gerard and Severson were our minuses. I don't count Carrier, but there you go. And then our goalie stats. Spencer Knight won 35 games with some good stats, so not too bad. And then I will give you guys your leaders. So Tristan Jarry, Vitek Vanacek. This is a weird simulation. They were your top win leaders. Vasilevsky didn't actually do too hot, only 35 wins. Expect a lot more out of him. Other than that, like Allmark, Shesterkin, Samsonov, we expected those guys up there. But Spencer Knight being on the first page is pretty good for him. Let's go mid games, jump it up to 40 here. Your leader in save percentage was Jarry, then Sorokin. And then your defensive point leader is Eric Carlson with 91, Cale Makar with 83, and Quinn Hughes with 82, Dougie Hamilton 81. Those are your point per game players. Adam Fox theoretically was point per game. Just didn't play the full season, neither did Cale Makar. But your defensive goal leader is probably going to, yeah, it's Hamilton with 30, and Yossi and Carlson were both in the 20-goal club. And then your top goal scorer in the league was Austin Matthews, one shy of 70 with 128 points. There you go. McDavid was short of the 100. There were a lot of people with 100 though. Hughes, Kucherov, Kane, Panarin, Point, and Marner, and Matthews. So there you go. Yeah, so your shot leader was also Matthews. Then Ovechkin had 365 with a 50-goal season. Not too bad. So there you go. Honolulu comes in and puts up a 51-win season. They came in and made some waves, so I will go ahead and advance day here. NHL regular season has ended. AHL regular season has ended. And we have the Dallas Stars in round number 1. So I will go ahead and we're going to have to, off camera, I'm just going to reassign our scouts. But here you go. Zaitsev right now, A+ competition. He has 19 points. Ackerlin, 13. So here you go. I'll just do a quick scroll through for you guys. Clark Caswell. Here are all of your guys. Let's go ahead and sort by potential. There you go. So this is what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and just look at what could be the best goalie in the draft is Terry Holmes, potentially. X-Factor goalie, so not too bad. Potential. Jude Greentree is also there. And then a bunch of these guys. So there you have it. Your top projected goalie is Kolamainen. All right, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of how this turned out. This was way different than what I thought, but we're in the playoffs, year number 1, and I only think the team is going to get better from here. Let's see if Shane Hull, I don't think he would have grown at all from that season, like in season. No, he's still an 82, so that's okay. Let's see. Yep, Keandre Miller still an 86. We're going to go ahead and get him back up on the first line for the playoffs. Kalen Addison, we're going to go ahead and toss on the second line, but those are some minor adjustments there. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think. Peace.